Morning, good morning. Matt, good morning. How are you, buddy? Good morning. Morning, good morning, good morning. We're here for a little bit. Got an early appointment today. I'm okay, Matt. How are you? How are we doing? Jordo, good morning. Good morning, Jordo. Okay, we're good. Hallelujah. Hey, good morning. People are up. That's good. Can everybody hear me? I'm trying to keep it down because everybody's sleeping still. Bunch of lazy people around here. They don't get up at 4 in the morning like I do. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up with Jordo? What's the big day for Jordo? Good morning. Tell me, Matt. Good morning from Facebook. David, good morning. How are you? I'm sure everybody can hear. Can we hear? Audio's crisp? Great. Oh yeah, auction day. Okay. Okay. Hallelujah. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a real plan. So, how's everybody doing? Yeah, let's give it a shot. Yeah, we got a little bit of a crazy week this week. We've got the raffle. The Marlboro Police Department raffle is tomorrow night at Cousins. We've got to be there about 6 o'clock, which is going to completely throw my day off. But we'll be there, obviously. We're trying to figure out, the raffle's today. Tyler Love, what are you doing up? Shouldn't you be breastfeeding or something? Are your nipples sore? How's everybody doing? How is everyone doing? I bet. Mom is doing okay? Everything's okay? Wifey's good? Good. Okay. God bless her. Thank God. Thank God she's doing good. Tell you, brother, you went on the journey, brother. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful journey. I will make sure, Matt. Don't you dare worry. Buying some cows today. Great. Am I American? Yes. Yes, I am. I am quite the American. I am that ugly American people talk to you about. Well, it's new now. Okay, let's how's everybody doing otherwise? Yeah, very crazy. I don't have any koi. No. I'm doing my thing. Busy. I gotta see if I can see if James Buckley, Hunter, good morning. See if I can get James Buckley to meet me for breakfast or something today. We've got an 8 o'clock in the group. We will do our usual live with members, touch base, say hello, rock and roll. Do I know Nelson Bondia? I don't know. Who is that? Should I know him? I'm from New York. Did I have nappy hair? No, I had like a big curly hair. I had like Gene Simmons, like Paul Stanley hair. It was big. I had big hair. Poland, good morning. Good morning. That's that Olivia Titleman. Good morning. You're from India. Nice to meet you. Good morning, everybody. New York is the greatest. New York City is the place where I look like some kind of engineer dude. Yeah, I am an engineer. Yeah, I had a big fro, but I wasn't Jewish. I look like the kind of. Am I still child touching? That's kind of weird. That's kind of ugly. We don't like that. Marco. Do I look like Sandler? You're from Amsterdam. Very nice. Dirk. Good morning. I need one of those holsters for my 43X. Do they make that holster for my 43X? I love that holster. What's my best recommendation for going backdoor with the wife? Best recommendation would probably be to let her know prior to. I invented it. Okay. Beautiful. I would love to purchase one, my friend. Any premier watch schools? None that I really know about. Do I have any political opinions? No, I don't. Bobby. Good morning, Bobby. Yeah, I got to show you something interesting later. I said it yesterday. When we've got 5 minutes, I'll show you something. Had a little. We're gonna be having some issues here and there with all that paperwork that I showed you. What do I think of what Israel's doing, and am I disgusted? It's I hate when anybody gets hurt, either side. So hopefully they can figure it out. But it's not really going to work well for a lot of people for no good reason, which is sad. Is it okay to throw your 16233 on a leather strap? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. My craziest gay experience from college. I don't really remember very much. So if anybody out there had one with me, please keep it to yourself. Please keep it to yourself. Am I planning to go to Hawaii? I've never been to Hawaii. No. It seems like a long flight to look at a beach. That's what I say. I don't know. I don't know. I am the most politically correct guy out here. I am obligated. I am bound by contract to be politically correct. So, Nelson, good morning. Do I like French fries? I like pizza. I like French fries. How many times have I seen Ed naked? First time I saw him, that was enough. Vegas or LA? As a tourist, LA. Just finished making. If someone were to send you a Hamilton Electric, I like Hamilton Electrics. They're just a pain in the ass to work on. Am I vegan? No. I was vegan for like 6 weeks. I gained like 10 pounds. I think Grand Seikos are worth the money. They're worth the money when you buy them. They're just not when you sell them. Hawaii has fresh avocados. That's nice. I don't know. I've been off my avocado grind. Have I ever been to New Zealand? No. Isn't that like Lord of the Rings type stuff? Something about my younger days, about America. I think that back in the day, it's like everyone was entitled to their opinion. And even if you didn't agree with people, I mean, and we had all the same kind of stuff that is popular around here. And we had gender, gender issues, war issues, all kinds of stuff. But we were able to talk about it with our neighbor. Today, it's like people get jammed up and they feel the need to profess their loyalty to one side or another on the internet, and it triggers other people for no good reason. I mean, you should be able to profess you know, your position. So it's not a really, it's a different kind of place these days. Different place. There's no middle ground. It's like I tend to be in the middle of a lot of things because I've been around a little bit. I don't know. Tudor Oyster Date Big Block. Value for the money compared to the Daytona. It's not, you can't compare it to the Daytona. It is definitely a good watch. Guy comes in, always wears one when he walks in. The guy with the ladies president. The fiery pits of hell are waiting for me. Okay. Yeah. It's either one side or the other. 80s American was not was peaceful in the countryside, but the city was the city. I love the city. I've always been a city guy. I mean, I live out here. I don't know. I don't even know what a Blue Lagoon is. Delray Beach. Good morning. Have a great page. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, listen, a lot of people, there's a lot of war going on. Whole lot of war going on all over the world. Can't just, pick one geographic area and focus on it. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Look what's going on in Africa. A lot of stuff. I have a friend of mine who's Ukrainian, and she is the most, you know, she is not a very big fan of the current president, and we laugh about it. I saw her yesterday. My wife and I she's a real estate broker. We were looking at a property, and I was like, hey, how come you're wearing red today? She was wearing a red top. I was like, you're wearing red, that's some MAGA stuff, you better be careful. And she was laughing. So I mean, we laugh about it. It's crazy. What's missing in my community? I don't know. We've got millions of views, billions of views, actually. Just picked up a 50s cocktail Rolex. Nice. There you go. That's great. So, I mean, and she's a friend. So, whatever her political stance is, that's not going to impede on my feelings about her. Good people, person I trust. So people have to kind of, they kind of got to get over this, different sides. My main account is shadow banned and I cannot go live on it. I can still post, which is good, but I cannot go live on my main account. Unfortunately. Paid $400 for tickets for U2's. Learn from Bono that you live in a wasteful society. Bono's probably worth 500 million. So I don't know how much he wastes every day, but see, people like that, they really should not, get involved in this political stance. It's just really not. It's not a good look. I also don't like, politically motivated, artists going out there trying to, well, I guess you can't really do anything about it. It's just kind of, you've got to be able to see through it. You just got to be able to see through it. Yeah, people can't see past the politics, sadly. The politics are so ridiculous. Ryder Cup, I would sooner beat myself unconscious with a bag of oranges than watch that. Oh my God. People actually watch that? I don't even know what it is. I try to educate. Am I Jewish? No, I'm not Jewish. James Buckley's my son. Please join the chat group for all kinds of, questions, answers, cool stuff. Great network. Yeah, take your reward and be quiet. Say thank you. Thank you very much. Joe Pesci, when he won his Oscar, that was the best. It's the truth. I don't even know if it's a waste of time. When did we lose Don Rickles? Yeah. Oh, Don Rickles, that's what you need right now. You look at some of that stuff. I'm like, social consciousness is directed by Madison Avenue. Yeah, you can argue that, but Madison Avenue drives public opinion is the argument. So it's auction is still on. I don't know what Jordan's auctioning. I leave it in his very capable hands. He and Tyler Love, the number one duo in the moderation game. Any angel investors? I need an angel investor. I should call Gil. Gil's my angel investor if I need him, I guess. I don't know. Oh, if he was doing stand up, forget it. Listen, but look back in the 80s, they banned Two Live Crew from, I remember when, Luther Campbell was speaking, he was like, we were arrested for singing a song. Okay. You know, I always thought that that was a little extreme. That was during those, Bush 90s, those Reagan years going into the Bush years. Very, very conservative thought process. Yeah, banned in the USA. And then what happens? NWA comes out. Do you think Rolex parts will appreciate? Rolex parts will always appreciate. They banned their records, I remember. And I thought that was terribly extreme. Just terribly extreme. Really unnecessary. You don't want to listen to it. And that led to the rating of records, which I always thought was kind of stupid. Yeah, no one's protesting and burning the streets. That's the truth. Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor. Can I source your Paddock? Join the group. Yeah, explicit lyrics. Yeah. How do you reach me? You don't. Contact the company. James Buckley will deal with you. Armando, good morning. Seems like a lot of people are awake at this time. I don't know where the fuck Jose is. I got to see him. The whole society's gone soy. I don't know about soy. They've gone soft, I'll tell you that. Well, you've got young people right now who are disenfranchised. There are young people right now are not able to, go out on their own and live their own lives. That is the issue that we've got. That is a serious, serious issue. 116520, probably. Great, great, great watch. It's a great watch. But I'm just saying that, you've got to look at it from a standpoint of young people right now. Best financial investment, real estate always. I made a lot of good real estate moves. I was happy. Yeah, I agree with you, Nelson. I'm happy that I was born and raised there. I don't think it's because of the young people, how they were raised. I don't know. I mean, we raised our son a certain way with a certain set of values. And, unfortunately, he's thrust into this, I don't want to call it a melting pot, this soup vat of very, very, I don't want to say incapable, but unmotivated people, and even when you're motivated, it's difficult. We're all disenfranchised. We made do and worked our way out of it. Thank you. Now we have little money and we're still disenfranchised. Yeah, it's kind of, she 18th place. Hallelujah. Tell her I said congratulations. Wow. I'm from New York. Good morning, Billy D. We are not AI. Most young people today have a lack of respect for the game. Okay. And the game is, the real world. They seem to think that you know, how can I put it nicely? It seems that they want, like, okay, and this is going to sound kind of racist, but if you look in the inner city, okay, I don't know if it's racist, it's just more of a cultural phenomenon. But if you look in the inner city, okay, and I'm talking about the real inner city, like the down and dirty inner city, you know, kids today have two or three, real, career paths that they pick when they are young. One of them is to be, a professional sports athlete or an entertainer. Okay. In the suburbs, okay, what these kids aspire to is to be a social media content creator, okay, or some kind of social media personality. That's the difference. But it's both sides are, fighting this uphill battle to, to achieve this very, very limited scope of real work. So I don't know. The rigged game, it's not rigged. Well, it is kind of rigged, actually. I'm not going to say it's not. Not going to say it's not. I'm not going to say it's not. It's very, it's the truth. It's like everybody looks at it like, I know a lot of kids, okay, that have gone to very, very expensive colleges. I'm talking about, the expensive colleges, the 300 to 400 grand a year college. I mean, 300 grand, 400 grand for 4-year college, which is a lot of fucking money. Okay. They can't get a job, or the job that they get is not, you know, anywhere near what they went to school for. And sadly, it is, is the, it's the norm. Crazy. It is definitely the norm. It's crazy. I try to put it, I try to be as centered as possible on all of this stuff. But it's difficult because I look at a lot of these kids and I know these kids for a long time. I mean, they can't do an interview without mom and dad. It's not even that. Mom and dad are not present. That's the problem. Emotionally, they're not present. It is about who you know, but at the end of the day, well, it is about who you know. But if you are capable, I know plenty of people, okay, that, try to follow in their parents' footsteps, ain't happening. The parents have a different way of, doing things. So it's a difficult thing. I don't know. I don't know if they have no sack. I think they've been raised in a culture that doesn't promote excellence. Okay, it's the fucking truth, and I say this a lot. It's like you have to promote excellence in anything that you do. You have to do things with pride and quality. And I mean, let's look at the school system. They will graduate just about anybody. The public school system and the private school system. Private school is just like public school. You're paying, kid's going to graduate. It's crazy. Just really crazy stuff. This is Buckley's channel. This is the channel. How do you know it's not AI? I guess you gotta trust me. Expediency is one thing, but they promote this very romanticized view of what it is that it means to be successful. And in my day, it's like success is being able to support yourself and eat. That's success as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. I mean, Jason Wilson just hit it on the head. Son didn't go to college. My son didn't go to college either. I mean, he's in the business. Doesn't want to be in the business, but he certainly is. Because, where's he going to go to really, forge some kind of career path that's going to be better than being in the family business? I built the family business, my wife and myself, and that's his legacy, which is fine. You know, he does it because he understands what it takes because he's watched it growing up his whole life. Well, vanity in this world, it's again, it goes right back to the kid looking at what it is that they want to do as very, very young people. They want to be baseball player, basketball player, football player, or they want to be, musician, singer, or some kind of social media. They want to be Jake Paul. It's not for everybody. It is definitely not for everybody, guys. Yeah. Financial freedom is very important, okay, but you've got to be balanced. You have to have some kind of balance in your life. It's very difficult. Well, Wall Street did it. Yeah. I mean, you could say ties to the current president. You could say ties to any politician. The politicians that are out there right now are the most crooked people that you can point your finger at. What do I see happening in this country? I think that what's happening in New York, where you've got a person like, Zoran Mandani, who is going to be elected. I mean, who votes for this stuff? People vote for this stuff when they're disenfranchised. That's how it went down in the 30s in Germany. That's what happened in Russia. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that goes down. When you talk about socialism, socialism to these people is, hey, at least I'm not going to be out on the street. That's what they think. They don't realize that they'll still be out on the street. Yeah, we moderate heavily here. Yeah, see, that's, success nowadays, the outward, social media version of success may be that. But I mean, real deal stuff, I mean, I don't know. Move my business to another city? I don't know. You're generalizing this kind of talk justifies employees. H1B. No, 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 no. I didn't say anything of the sort. I didn't say anything of the sort. You know? I didn't say anything of the sort. Not a thing did I say. What I have said is that, do you think that some of these children that have grown up in the suburbs are going to know how to run? We said this yesterday. Are they going to know how to start a lawnmower? Definitely not. Yeah, success is freedom. Yeah, you got to join the chat, guys. We're not going to be here very long. Yeah, we got trolls. It is what it is. Yeah, see, I'm in New York too. I'm in New York at least once a week. And, certain areas of Midtown are very, 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 clean. But you go one block down, past 40, you go to 41st Street and 6th Avenue, it's a freaking shit show. It's true. They don't know how to tie their own sneakers sometimes. They don't know the simplest things. City's going to be is in complete chaos. It's not going to be any more or any less. You don't need to know how to start alone. That's an interesting take, Michael. That's an interesting take. But by that account, it means that you need somebody who's going to be able to do it. And when you're talking about people who are going to actually do it for money, there's a certain level of people who will and will not. Listen, I barely know how to work a lawnmower. Yeah, if they know how to ride a bike. Yeah, I know. I mean, I learned how to ride a bike. I was like 3 or 4 years old. Socialism, it's not going to make a difference. The city's already pretty socialist. So, yeah, yeah. Got to learn out of necessity. Yeah. And that 50 block radius of Manhattan is, it's not about voting blue or red or this or that. It's just, I don't know. You guys are missing it, man. You're missing it. You're missing it. It's a mindset that people have. It's a very, very, it's a mindset. It's a mindset and a sense of entitlement for the most part. That they're entitled to, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, it's true. There is no middle class anymore. It's either super. Oh, New York is definitely the super rich or the super poor. Fucking A. Yeah, most definitely. What do I think of people that tell you you're super for paying a certain price for a watch? I mean, listen, everything is about a value judgment that you make. For me to go out and spend 20,000 on a watch, I do it every day. For other people, they look at me like either I'm very entitled or very stupid. So you can't, can't please everybody. Can't please everybody. 90% of all suffering comes from the Federal Reserve printing money, causing inflation. Yeah, you're right. 100% right. You know, The value of the dollar is based on debt. It's the truth. Western civilization is very, very different. I don't think there's going to be very much of it left in 50 to 100 years. Cash is not even accepted in a lot of places. I know there are places where, you go to have a cup of coffee, they don't know how to make change. I remember I gave somebody a $20 bill. It was, I think it was like $36 or something like that. So I gave her a 50 and a one, and she didn't know how to make change. Did not know how to make change. Why am I so rough on watches? What do you care? Mike Bossy or John Tonelli? John Tonelli was badass. I don't know. When was the last time we really used our military? Come on now. How come Wall Street's not creating jobs? They're not creating jobs for people. They're creating money for themselves. Come on now. Stop it. Let's all. Yeah. What do I think about the digital ID? It's like digital currency. It's coming. Nothing you could do about it. You know, Nothing you could do about it. The watch business is a very, very, it's this little mini, it's this microcosm of everything that goes on. And sometimes maybe I take it. Good morning. You live in a small town. The cashiers are required to learn how to count money. Yeah, well, how many times do they actually use money? Think about it. I just passed on a day date for about 5 grand. Day date head. What are my thoughts on genocide? I disagree with it. Digital currency is the root of all fucking evil. The mark of the beast. Absolutely the mark of the beast. Hey, Kyle, go and join the group. I'm sure there's one in there. Yeah. They don't know how to count. And it's funny, it's like I had to have gas meters changed out from the gas company on certain properties. And again, it's like they offered these digital meters, which I will not have put on any property because they could shut them down. I mean, they could shut anything down, but it's so much easier to shut this stuff down. Precious metals, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. No, I respond to just about anything that I feel like responding to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the gold price is high, but look at what it buys. I mean, it's all, relative to what the rest of the economy is doing. I mean, the economy is very, very bad. People don't want to admit it. The economy is all fucked up. You can't look at real estate right now. The real estate market, I mean, I look at real estate all the time, and it's just the stuff that you're buying dollar just doesn't go very far. Cash is dead, believe me. Hold on one second, guys. I got to look at something. Good morning. Next. Yeah, crazy, guys. Gold watches have gone up. No, I don't know about Florida. I don't know about Florida. A lot of people move down to Florida. They are not. See, this is what I don't understand. Trucking is jacked up. Okay, I know a couple of guys that run trucking companies, and they are so busy, extremely busy, extremely busy. The economy's in shambles. Yeah, people don't realize it. How much have I made on my house? How much have I made in the last 5 years on property? Properties have doubled that I bought in the last 5 years, but the buying power is not there. The buying power is just not there. Yeah, viable railway system. Do you know what that would take? I mean, we're not, the economy is booming in New Jersey. God, for certain people, the demand is, but people are smart. Oyster Royal, they don't sell. New Jersey doesn't feel shit because there's a lot of people with money that keep it pumped up. It's like the United States. I have a buddy of mine. He's an economics major from where did he go? Wharton or Gettysburg? One of these very very you know high end bougie economy based programs. When he was very very young. He's my age, and he's always saying that the United States the amount of money that's transferred back and forth within the United States is what keeps it from turning into, something really, really bad, like some third world country. And he's right. Yeah, I know people that do Uber, DoorDash, and stuff like that. You know, I have a friend of mine. He came out of the military. He's delivering pizza, because that's what he can make money doing. It's crazy. Just crazy, guys. It's a very, it's a very difficult place to navigate. I agree. Totally agree. People who sell houses, which is the real estate, always said that houses are supposed to go up price higher than as an investment. Right? Yeah, it's just raising the price for people who can't afford it. And the people who can't afford it are the young people, the 20 somethings. People who are in there between the age of 25 and 40 are having a difficult time. And if you look in Manhattan, okay, there are no units available to buy that are anywhere reasonably priced. Everything is rental, and the rental is not terrible. So it gets people into this very, very comfortable, like serfdom type mindset where, okay, I'm going to start paying 4 or 5 grand a month for an apartment because I work in Manhattan and I don't have to commute. But then they're not able to save any money so they could actually own anything. Oh, New York is the same. New York's the same. I have a property in Newark that I'm selling, that I'm getting out of it. I mean, and it's I don't know whether it's a good time or a bad time to get out of it, but taking my profit and leaving, moving on. Oh, 4 or 5 grand a month, easy. I look at some of these videos. They're like, "Oh, this apartment is 1,500 a month." Yeah, bullshit. What is my solution? There is none. Sorry, there is no solution. I'm not here to give you a solution. I'm here to just talk about it. Yeah, during the lockdowns, that's correct. Yeah, I mean, certain things will, if it's priced right, it'll sell. If it's priced right, it will sell. People are commuting from Philly. Philly's a mess. I know Philly's a mess. Revolution? Who's going to revolt? Who's revolting? Who's revolting? These kids that are sitting there playing Fortnite? Come on. They're not revolting. They'll only revolt in a video game. Knoxville, Tennessee, yeah. Very strong market. Richard, good morning. Very strong market. Mondami's not going to really do anything. I mean, it's more of the optics of it than anything else. 1,100 bucks to rent a room. Yeah, that's kind of like New York. You get like 4 or 5 people. My friend has units in Brooklyn, in Bushwick, which is, I mean, I don't know. I know Bushwick very well. And he bought a bunch of units, 2 and 3 family properties, and he rents out, 2 3 bedroom apartments to 3 and 4 people. And they pay him 4 or 5 grand a month. And they're over there doing DoorDash or whatever the hell they do. Yeah, it's crazy. How many senior citizens making less than 1,000 a month? My parents. I have to subsidize my parents. It's just the way it is. It's crazy. It's really, really, there's no answer to it, guys. Land contracts are going to be available for certain properties. I was looking, there are, abatement programs in New York for, large buildings. I remember looking at a building 15 years ago that I wanted to buy into. Thank God I didn't, because the tax abatement was only, I think, 10 years, and the tax base went through the roof, and it's only going to go higher. Real estate in New York is great. It's a big boy game. I sold out in New York about 10 years ago. No, 12, yeah, 10 years, no, not even 7, 8 years ago. There's no answer, guys. One bedroom in Newark, 1,500 minimum. Try more. Yeah, community and family is very important, but most of the community right now, the elders are too busy either spending the money they made or chasing the money that they mortgaged. Very, very different, than it was 30 years ago. Capitalism is causing homelessness. Capitalism always causes homelessness because there are some people who are not going to be able to keep up. Mental health crisis right now in New York is unimaginable. Unimaginable. What do you mean these people? People like us? Yes, we talk about money. 550 a month for a 3 bedroom in rural Tennessee. God bless you. People said to me, I was like, wow, I'm looking for property. I can't find anything for $1 million to buy. They're like, go look in Virginia. I'm like, yeah, but I can't be in Virginia. You can't even buy a 3 bedroom townhouse for $1 million out here. Oh, the dollar's already shit. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of vacancy in New York, though. A lot of commercial vacancy. The problem is that most are giving up and have decided to live with their parents or some other. Yeah, well, think about it. What would you do? I know plenty of people that went out there, they were on their own, they had to move back with their parents. Why do you think my son never moved out? My son makes good money. He makes a lot of money. He's not ready. You know, it's crazy, guys. Long Island property, Nassau County is some of the most expensive real estate on the planet. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really, Leonard, good morning. Gold and silver is not going to save you. Yeah, if you can move out of the country and this, I know people that have moved to South America, they moved over to, Eastern Europe, this and that. People are coming from over there to move here. I remember when people used to win, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah, remember that? You know what show really tells you like where you're at, like just where society is at? Did you ever see Lottery Dream House or something like that? I won the lottery or some shit like that. It's crazy. Bought a house in, I have a friend that's got places in Portugal. I have friends that go down to Medellin all the time. They love it down there, but who the fuck wants to be there? They would rather have the place vacant. It's the truth. Yeah, I don't know, people. Hold on a sec to get out of here, like 8 o'clock either way. Yeah, I hear you, zombie. I hear you. I mean, that's what some people do, but some people, I know people that built, resorts down in Costa Rica. They built all kinds of stuff down there. I mean, I would never get involved in that. That's risky shit. The only place that makes any sense to me is Panama. Yeah, maintenance is 5,000 a month, and that's cheap for maintenance. Nelson, we were talking about this when we spoke. You can buy an apartment for $1 million. Maintenance is 8,000 a month. 8,000 a month. Mark of the beast is a real thing, guys. It's coming. Yeah, subsidized housing. How much subsidized housing? Who owns subsidized housing? I always looked into things like rent controlled and rent stabilized. Yeah, you're making your money, but if they start raising, where they're raising money over here? It's the utilities. Forget about the taxes. The utilities right now are killing people. Nelson, you could speak to this. I mean, water and sewer pricing in buildings in New York is that's the fly in the ointment. That's the thing that you're gonna, or the coal mine, the canary in the coal mine. It's crazy, super crazy. Date just smooth oyster Wimbledon? No, not really. Yeah, owning a yacht. I mean, listen, you want to talk. If you own one, then If you could own one, then you should be able to afford it. You have an apartment building in Newark, you rent out 1,000 square feet apartment. Yeah, 4,000 a month. I agree. It's true. It is what it is, guys. Oh yeah, I'm good for. I mean, heating and cooling is ridiculously expensive. Everything's expensive, and we pay it. What do? You got to pay it. You just have to pay. Remember the honeymooners? Sold rent stabilized, six family great tenants, zero cash flow. Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it. Insurance companies, look what's going on in Florida and Georgia and South Carolina. Insurance is crazy anywhere near the water, and anywhere not near the water, you're still getting banged out. Yeah, it's crazy. We're gonna get out of here very, very soon, guys. The value of unity. There is no unity here. You know when unity stops? When somebody gets hungry. Someone gets hungry, they want to eat. Ain't no unity out there, my friend. Upcharge the tenant. Sounds very easy. RV parks, yeah. I mean, do you look on social media and you see these kids that are living in their car? They get a Planet Fitness membership so that they can take a shower. And they park in a Walmart parking lot. And they actually have areas for people to park. I never saw such a thing. Hey, thanks, Pastel. Patriots, no. Interest rate cuts are not going down anytime soon. They're not going down at any real, don't go woke. That's not woke. I'm just making an observation. Thank you so much, Jet. Thanks, brother. Mental health crisis is continent wide. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. No, Leonard, we were talking about the real issue over here is utilities, water and sewer in New York. Yeah. Hey, Ben. Sorry about last night, buddy. I was thinking of you. I was hoping that they would pull it, they would come back. Interest rates aren't terrible. 6.4%. If you look at people, I mean, I don't know, it's not terrible for buying a house. My parents' first house, I think they were paying like 12% back in the late 70s on like 30 or 40 grand that they paid for 20 years because that's what the money was. Yeah, that wasn't shit. I agree, Chemical Skyline. I totally agree. 25% cut, that's nothing. 16 acre lakefront zone for RV park. The zoning, yeah. Plus insurance. Yeah, insurance is. I just had to redo my insurance policy on one of the properties. Went up like crazy. Taxes just went up. Yeah. Listen, Trump has nothing to do with it, guys. It's all optics. Yeah, freak out videos. Do you see some of this nonsense? A friend of mine bought a team in Amsterdam. He bought a soccer team. Go figure. I don't know. Values need to stabilize, but the legacy costs in New York won't allow it. I agree. And everything is so taxed. You sell something for over $1 million, is a mansion tax, even in New Jersey. Nuts. A point. You sell a property for $1.5 million, it's 15 grand off the top. It's nuts. Yeah, a bunch of folks moved down to Florida, and now they're trying to move out. Naked cheerleading. Okay. House back in 1900 was 3,000, which right now is expensive for some people, which would be around 1,000 square feet. Same house is 500,000. My parents bought a build. My grandparents bought a building, an apartment building, 4 units, for I think 5 grand back in the day, in the 40s, and the family all lived in it. Each child had an apartment, and then when they all moved out, they rented it out. The rents were like $100 a month. Federal Reserve Act. Yeah, I know. The creature from Jekyll Island. We know crypto. It's all, we all know. Wimbledon Fluted Jubilee, 13 grand. Good morning, Gary. We're going till 8 and we're out of here. We got 10 minutes and we're out. I got to get out of here. You have AA only page. That's cool. Good for you. Wall Street should be banned, and it's never going to be banned. It's not going to happen. I mean, that's just, silver miners over the counter, maybe. Yeah, busy day, Dirk. Guys, I looked at townhouses out here. We're talking about in 2012. They had just built them. They were like 300,000 each. Okay, if I had bought 4 of them they were like little pods. Nice units. I mean, these units are now $1 million each. It's crazy. It's a lot to take in. Just got a tax deed half-acre lot in the middle of an upscale golf course. Yeah, I hear you. Good. $1 million piece of property. Why are you complaining about $1,500 because you're rich? It's not a question of complaining about $1,500, guys. No one's complaining about it. We're all looking at pricing. Because we look at money. That's how we look at things. On lawn chairs until the golf course pays you. Good for you. Yeah, they think that if you work hard and make more money, we should be taxed more to support them, which I don't agree with. Do not agree with it. There are no such thing as starter homes out here for less than $500,000. You can't even get a starter apartment out here for $500,000. No, no, thank you. I got rid of both properties, and I'm glad I did. I got into good things with it. My upside is there. That's what I'm looking at now. Every 7 years, you got to reevaluate. It's not a question of being about lazy. It's about greed. It's about, you can't work 40 hours a week and make it. You can't. Motel 6 was created. It was $6 a night. I know. I know the market in downtown Brooklyn very well. There's also a lot of other stuff that goes into it. Landlords need to make money too. Yeah, tiny homes. Unbelievable. This is going to be a generation that doesn't have the quality of life that their parents had. Day one private merch sale, do it. 60s, women didn't work. Men would pay for a house, My mother always worked. My grandmother didn't. 7 minutes. Yeah, people aren't going to rise up. Nobody's got that wherewithal. They don't have the intestinal fortitude to do that. They're too busy worrying about, other things. And the people that will rise up will be shut down quickly. Straight jacket. Yeah. Rent stabilized is useless. I had free market and you couldn't keep up. Yeah, man. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm going to get arrested tomorrow and thrown in prison. I'll be there at least 5 years. I must be selling vegetables. I feel like life. Yeah, vegetables without a permit. That's how New York is. I could never figure it out. Property manager is not a job. Yeah, I know. They don't know what it's like to be hungry. It's the truth. It is the truth. Well, they're doing nothing about the situation because during COVID, they all got, a lot of them got completely complacent. Soil and Green, stop it. I do watch football. My pick of the week is coming. Remember the oil change? My oil change in my car is almost $200. What's the spread and the over-under on the Baltimore game? Yeah, let's get back to reality here. Let's get back to important stuff. Somebody give me the spread. Oil change is $200 for synthetic. The game that I'm going to pick is the Kansas City game, obviously. Where are they playing? Come on, guys. We got 4 minutes. Let's go. Where's Craig? Craig Lofgren, where are you? Looking for your pick. Are they playing in Baltimore or Kansas City, first of all? What is the spread? Second of all, what's the over-under? Oh, I'm going to sit here and watch the shit show in New York. I can't wait. Yeah, oil change is $600. Somebody, please. Come on, guys. Nobody's giving me the spread. Come on, people. Next. Next. Okay, is anybody gonna give me the answer? Okay, the Ravens are getting 2.5. What's the over-under? Okay. Ravens are minus 2.5. So Kansas City's getting 2.5. What's the over-under? And where are they playing? Come on, guys. 48.5. Baltimore and the over. That's the pick. Everybody? Baltimore and the over. I'm going Baltimore and the over. I don't care where they're playing. And it's a bold pick. Oh, they're playing in Kansas City? Baltimore and the over, definitely. Where do I go under? Shit. Fuck it. Baltimore and the over. Yeah, I know. I think Lamar's going to have a big day. Jets are playing the Dolphins, right? Oh, my God. My favorite team, the Dolphins. Let's just go Baltimore and the over. Fuck it. Oh, we got 2 minutes left, guys. Yeah, Jets. I don't know. That's going to be like the one game that nobody wins. Dolphins and the Jets. You're not playing the Dolphins? I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Where the fuck is Jose? A minute. We got 5 minutes. Yeah, so Baltimore and the over. Baltimore's laying. Kansas City's getting 2.5 at home from Baltimore? No. 49.5 is the over-under. One more time on Baltimore. Who's getting 2.5? Baltimore? Oh, yeah, I'm Jimmy the Greek now. I'm Buckley the Greek. That's just it. Buckley the Greek is here. Yeah. I'll just explain something to you. I'm going Baltimore in the over. Fuck it. That's my pick. Yeah, Bobby. I'll be running around. I got a couple of things to do. Be at the store for 5 minutes. Dallas, Green Bay, who cares? They're in Dallas. Got to take Green Bay. But I'm not, Moneyline Ravens, yeah. I think the Ravens are going to win. I should be in the city tomorrow. I don't know. It's either tomorrow or Tuesday. We've got some other stuff going on. Oh, man. Guys, we're out of here. See you later. Bye.